Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome back. We are back at it. It is Friday morning at 9 a.m. It is Fun Friday, May 8th, 2020, and we're at the end of Teacher Appreciation Week. So I know I have felt so loved by all of you this week. Thank you so much for all your kind notes and pictures. I got some flowers and chocolate. Oh, it made me feel so loved and appreciated. Thank you so much. And some of those pictures you drew with the details, they were just beautiful. Thank you so, so very much, everyone. Good morning, Miss Adonisio. Hi, Amy. Good morning. Happy to see you're here. Happy Fun Friday. So happy you're here at the end of Teacher Appreciation Week. I always like to think at this time during Teacher Appreciation Week about teachers that have inspired me, or even teachers that I remember as a little girl really making a difference in my life. And I like to think about that. I had some very special teachers, and I had one in particular when I was in middle school that I had as my math teacher that was really just an awesome teacher, and he never gave up. He was always there for us, and he was just an excellent teacher. And I'm going to give him a shout out this morning. His name was Mr. Shapiro. He was a really great teacher, and I had a lot of respect for him, and he taught me a lot about math. How cool is that? Maybe you have a special teacher. I know you guys have been in school for 2 years of pre-K and kindergarten, and I'm sure you've loved your teacher so much. And that's important. It's so important to have a good relationship with your teacher. You should feel that way about your teacher. Those are good feelings. School should be a fun, safe place to learn, right? Awesome. So I'm so happy you're here. And we have a couple teachers here with us right now. We have Miss Wachter, our librarian. We want to celebrate and love her for Teacher Appreciation Week. And we have our very own retired librarian, Miss Adonisio. She's here with us. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. We love and appreciate you guys. So before we get started, let's do some deep breaths and do a check-in. Are you ready? Let's do this. Let's do our lion's breath. Feels so good. Awesome. All right, give me a little emoji. Check in for me this morning. All right. I'm going to do this one today. What did you pick for your emoji? Awesome. All right. So now that we've all taken our deep breaths and remained calm, we put our emojis in for how we're feeling. Let's talk about the riddle. Did anybody figure the riddle out? Let's see. The riddle was, how do you know when a volcano gets mad? How do you know when a volcano gets mad? Here's the answer. It blows its top. Silly, right? It blows its top. So that was the riddle. And are you ready for today's riddle? You know, every day Mr. Darrell asks me what the riddle is. He wants to know too and try to solve it. I love that. All right. Friday riddle. What do you call a superhero that hates wrinkled clothes? I think Mr. Darrell's going to like this one. What do you call a superhero that hates wrinkled clothes? Oh, another one of my teachers, one of our teachers that we love, our Long Branch teachers, Miss Samoas is here. Good morning. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. We love and appreciate you. All right. What do you call a superhero that hates wrinkled clothes? Awesome. All right. So I thought today we'd do our Nursery Rhyme Phonemic Awareness, and we do that one of our fun songs. We haven't done one of those in a while. So we're going to do a silly song. All right. What was the really to, Bri? You don't like the answer to the riddle? You're so cute. All right. So Our nursery rhyme this week, do you remember what it's called? It was kind of a silly one too. It's Little Jack Horner. Let's say it together 2 times. Are you ready? All right, and you can act it out. Do some motions. I like to make up motions. It helps me remember. All right, Little Jack Horner, you saying it with me? All right, hi Sophia. Little Jack Horner sat in a corner eating his Christmas pie. He stuck in a thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." You got it? We're going to do it again. Hi, Yago. A lot of my friends are here bright and early. All right, let's do it one more time. I want to hear you, okay? And act it out if you want. Little Jack Horner sat in a corner eating his Christmas pie. He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." Do you know it now? Awesome. I love it. So I was thinking for our we'll do a fun song today. Do you remember the apples and bananas song that I told you? It was a while ago we did it. And I want to do our apples and bananas song with our long and short vowels. All right. So this is how the song goes if you don't remember. I'll sing the regular words and then I'll show you how to do the silly words. It goes, I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. And that's pretty much it. I like to eat, eat, eat. Sing it with me. Apples and bananas. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. You think you got it? Yeah. It says the same thing over and over again. But we're going to do it silly. Are you ready? So we're going to start with the long A sound. So it says A. Are you ready? So join in with me. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. You got it? All right. So let's try long E. E. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. Good job. So what's the next sound then? Long I, like ice cream. Let's try that one. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. I like to eat, eat, eat apples and bananas. You're getting good at this. So what's this one? Oh, I like to oat, apples and bananas. I like to oat, apples and bananas. And last one, long U. I like to ute, apples and bananas. I like to ute, apples and bananas. So silly, right? What a fun song. Practicing our long vowels and putting those sounds in there in that song. And you can do that. You can change the letters. You can do short vowels. You can put in some silly consonants. I like silly songs. I remember that song. I learned that when I was a really little girl. So I might have a banana for breakfast when we're done. Sounds good, right? It's a good healthy breakfast, right? Maybe a banana, a little peanut butter. Sounds good. All right. So I want to do 2 things for phonics today. Number 1, we're going to talk about our new word pattern and set up word building. But we're also going to write some words. Remember I asked you to bring either a piece of paper or a dry erase board? Okay, so we're going to write some words together. We're actually going to write 6 words. I'm going to say it, you're going to stretch it and write it. And I want to see if you're remembering all the things that we're learning, all the word patterns, all our vowel sounds, okay? So this is something you're going to try all by yourself. You can stretch it, you can say it out loud, and it's okay if you don't get all the sounds. I just want to see how many sounds you're actually getting. It is okay, you hear me? It is okay if you don't get all the sounds. Do I want you to try to? Of course I do. Does that mean you give up and say, oh, I don't know this one? Absolutely not. You're going to try your very hardest to hear and write all the sounds that I say, okay, in the word. Because we've been practicing stretching out and hearing sounds, and actually words that are harder than the ones I'm going to give you today. So I am very confident in you, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about our word patterns from this week. I want to remind you the ones that we've done so far. So we have this one. which is, say it with me, ill as in pill. Ill, I-L-L. Do you remember that one? You guys made great words. The next one is this. L. L as in bell. Let's say the letters. E-L-L. I loved your L words too. I was really impressed with your word building this week. Today's new one, you're going to know what this one is right away. Ready? What is that? It smells really bad. Do you know what it's called? Skunk. It's called a skunk. Yeah, and they stink. Maybe you've gotten sprayed by one, or maybe your dog, and it smells really, really bad. Yeah, skunk. So the letters for unk, as in skunk, are U-N-K. Unk. Can you say that with me? Unk. Your tongue kind of goes to the top of your mouth. Unk. Yeah, unk, as in skunk. That's the word pattern that we're gonna use to build words today. So here is my notebook, all set up, unk. And I was thinking I want to start by either using a blend or digraph. And I want to try to use, I think I'm going to use a digraph. I'm going to try a digraph. I'm going to try chair, like cheese. So unk, chunk. Yeah, like a chunky chocolate chip cookie, chunk. So let me write that sound. Unk, chunk. And don't forget to read your word. Good. And we had the animal that was on the card, a skunk, sk. And if we look on the sound map, that's actually on here at the bottom. Do you see the skateboard right here? Sk, skateboard, skunk. It's S-K, sk, unk, skunk, chunk, skunk. Great words. I can't wait to see these lists. All right, good. So what we're going to do next together is we're going to get ready with a piece of paper or a dry erase board, and you need a spot for 6 words. This is how I set up mine. All right, there's 6 lines. So if you want to use your green notebook, you can. If you want to use your dry erase, you can. But if you're using dry erase or chalkboard, just make sure you take a picture of it before you erase it when you're all done, because Miss Kavanaugh needs to see a picture of how awesome you're doing, okay? Okay, good. Awesome. Let me move this over here. Are you ready for your words? I'll give you a second to make sure you have something to write with. Now remember, this task, your moms and dads aren't going to help you. So don't look at them and expect them to help you, okay? You can do this. I'm super, super confident that you have this. And you're going to try to listen and stretch all the sounds, right? So let me give you an example, and it's not one of our words. If I said, write the word clip, clip, say it with me, clip, you would stretch it first. What's the first sound? C, L, like lion, which vowel? I, right? So we have C-L-I, clip. What's that last sound? Did you say P? Good. Yeah. And then you spelled clip. There were 4 letters, 4 sounds. Okay. So you're going to stretch your words the same way. Are you ready? Numero uno. Now remember, if I go too fast or too slow, you can always go back after we're done with the video today and redo this part if you need to, or go back and listen to the word again. Number 1. We're going to start off with the easier ones, okay? Number 1, fun, fun. I have fun on Friday, fun. Excellent. Number 1 was fun. Number 2. Number 2 is tap. I'm going to tap the computer. Tap, tap the computer, tap. That's number 2. Everybody's stretching their words. All right. So number 1 was fun. Number 2 was tap. Number 3. All right, listen closely. Number 3, flip. Flip. Can you do a flip? Flip. Flip. That was number 3. Awesome. Everybody's working so hard. So number 1 was fun. Number 2 was tap. Number 3 was flip. Flip. All right, here we go. Number 4. I want you to remember all the word patterns and things that we've been learning. Number 4. Shell. Shell. I went to the beach and found a shell. Think about all the things we've been learning this week. Shell. All right, number 4 was shell. Number 5. Number 5 is fill. Can you fill my coffee cup, please? Fill. Fill. Number 5 is fill. You guys are doing great. Only one more. Okay. I'm going to review the words. Number 1 was fun. Number 2, tap. Number 3, flip. Number 4, shell. Number 5, fill. And we're on to number 6. Are you ready? I think you're going to like this one. Number 6 is chop. Chop the vegetables. Chop. Chop. Now, after you're done writing, I want you to go back. And even when the video's off, I want you to go back and look at your words, read your words, and think. Does that word have a word pattern I know in it? Does that word have a blend that I know in it? Does that word have a digraph that I know in it? Okay, but you're not asking a grown-up for help. I want you to use your own super smart brain because you are super smart. Okay, and then I wanted you to take a picture of it. Okay, and then after you take a picture and send it to me, then we can talk about if you can add any sounds or change any of the sounds in your words. Okay. All right, make sure you send it to me. I want to see the picture of how you're doing with sounding, hearing the sounds in your words and writing them. Okie dokie? Okie dokie. And if I went a little too fast for you, which I tried to go slow, it's okay. If I went too fast, when we're done today, you can go back and rewind the video and listen to this part again to write the rest of the sounds in your words. All right, moving along. We're going to take a look at problem solving, and then we're going to finish that read aloud about dolphins. Do you remember from last week? Yeah. All right, so let me get my dry erase board out and the problem of the day. I loved the pictures of this. So it just so happens that Christian, our story was about Christian, and Christian's family really loves birds. They have like bird feeders and stuff in their yard. And the story was about how 3 birds sat on Christian's fence and 10 more birds joined them. How many birds are on Christian's fence now? And I saw some really great pictures. So I'm going to just draw a fence. Here's my fence. Here's my fence. So 3 birds were on Christian's fence. 1, 2, 3. 3 birds. And it says 10 more joined them. So when something joins, is that more or less? It's more. So 10. Oh, that's a lot of birds. All right, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness, they must really like Christian's yard. That's a lot of birds. So we started with 3 and more joined. So we know that that's addition. Yeah, 3 plus. 3 plus, and how many more joined? 10. And then we have to figure out how many it equals, the total. Let's count them up. That's how we find out the total, right? It's together. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, and maybe you didn't even have to count them because you knew that 10 and some more ones is a teen number. You knew that. 10 and 3 ones is 13. Super smart brains. I love it. Great job. Are you ready for Friday's problem of the day? All right, here it is. Ferris counted 10 ladybugs on a plant. 4 ladybugs flew away. How many ladybugs are on the plant now? So make sure when you solve this problem, you want to make sure you understand the problem first. So if you're trying to understand the problem, are you going to have more ladybugs or less ladybugs? It says some flew away. Yeah, you're probably going to end up with less. So you always have to think about that. So, what can I do to solve? I can't wait to see your pictures and your equations for the ladybug problem. These are super smart. All right, are you ready for the dolphin book? So last week we were talking about facts. Do you know what a fact is? Do you remember? A fact is something you can prove or look up to be true. Like a fact might be that humans have hair. That is a fact. Humans have hair. You can prove it. You can look it up, and some scientists wrote things about it. You can make observations and look at humans have hair. Some on their head and their arms, their eyebrows, their eyelashes. We have hair. It's a fact. But if I said, I like Miss Samoa's hair, that is my opinion. Or even if I said, Miss Samoa's hair is really nice. Her hair may be very nice. You may agree, but that's still our opinion. But if I said, Miss Samoa's hair is brown, that's not my opinion. That's the truth. It is the color brown. Okay? So that's the difference between a fact, something you can prove to be true, and an opinion, which is something you like or think or feel. Those are 2 very different things. So when we read a book about facts like this one, a lot of times our book about facts have pictures or photographs. They're not usually drawn. There's certain things in these books. They have photos. They also have a table of contents. And see how our book has a table of contents? And you'll also find diagrams and different things that show you. So look, this is a diagram. See how it shows you the fish and it has words pointing at different parts, telling you what it is? Diagram. Another way to know that we're reading a book with facts, right? Fact book. All right. So our fact book, we've been learning about dolphins. We read all the way up to, I think, where dolphins live. So let's do a little review of what we learned so far. We learned that they whistle and jump and chirp. We learned that unlike fish, that dolphins move their tails up and down, right? We learned that a dolphin is a mammal like humans, right? We learned that, we learned that the dolphin baby, do you remember the dolphin baby is called a calf? Yes. And that they swim as soon as they're born and drink milk from their mamas, just like humans do. We learned that when they're 6 months, they eat fish. Oh, I like this part. We learned how dolphins live together in do you remember what it's called? A pod. They live in pods. And then the pods, they all come together to join schools, a school. And it's not a school like we go to, not like GLC. A school is like a group of pods of dolphins. A school can have up to 1,000 in it, though, 1,000 dolphins. So dolphins use those squeaks and squeals that they make to communicate, right? And they use that something really cool called echolocation. How cool is that? We also learned about this. Do you remember this? The bait ball. Do you remember learning about how the dolphins swim around the fish? They circle around them to get them into a big group or a ball, and then they eat the fish. Yeah, the bait ball. So cool. And they talk about the dolphin's body and how they jump out of the water to breathe. Good. And then we learned about the echolocation and hunting with the clicking noises that they make. All right, so we're on to where dolphins live. Okay. Where dolphins live. We did read this page, but I'll start here. We left off the page after this. More than 30 different kinds of dolphins live on Earth. So that's so cool. Most dolphins live in warm ocean waters near the equator, but some live in cooler seas north and south of the equator, and some even live in rivers. The hourglass dolphin lives way out in the middle of the ocean. The hourglass dolphin. The Hector's dolphin usually stays close to land, and those are the Hector's dolphins. So what's the difference? And here we have a diagram. So this is a porpoise. A porpoise has a top fin shaped like a triangle. We all know what a triangle looks like. And then it has a rounded snout, like nose, their snout. So it's rounded. And its teeth are actually rounded. So a porpoise has a triangular fin, a rounded snout, and rounded teeth. Have you ever seen a porpoise? It looks like a dolphin, but it's different. And if you look closely, they did a diagram of its tooth. And see how it's rounded at the top, its tooth? Yeah, we have some teeth that are more rounded and some that aren't. All right, so here now we have a different diagram. So this is the diagram about the porpoise. This is the diagram about the dolphin. So the dolphin has a pointed snout. Its top fin is usually hooked, almost like when we draw a wave. So instead of just a triangle, it hooks back. And their teeth are pointed, and there's the diagram of their teeth. So porpoises and dolphins have a lot of things about them that are the same, but they have these 3 different things that are different, right? So let's remember the 3 things. Tail, I said tail, not their tail, their fin. Their fin is different. Their snout is different, and their teeth are different. So that's how we can tell the difference between a porpoise and a dolphin. Really interesting. A dolphin's body is longer and leaner than a porpoise. So leaner means thinner, like skinnier. So he's like a little chubby and he's a little skinny. Dolphins are more curious and playful too. Ooh, I see some more diagrams. So we have a river dolphin and an ocean dolphin. So a river dolphin has a long, thin snout, but he also has poor eyesight. Poor means not good. He doesn't have good eyesight. And it says that they're very slow swimmers and they rarely jump. Have you ever seen a dolphin with a longer, pointy snout? This funny-looking mammal is a river dolphin. So poor eyesight, long, thin snout, and they're slow swimmers who rarely jump. Now we have an ocean dolphin. I've seen these before. How about you? You can see them at our beaches sometimes. Ocean dolphins have good eyesight, a short snout, and they're fast swimmers that jump often. River dolphins are smaller than their ocean swimming cousins. They are also less active and playful. So our ocean dolphins are more active. And that's when we usually see them. If we see them at our beaches here along the Jersey Shore, they're usually jumping, and that's when we see them. And usually in groups or pods, right? Super dolphins. Ooh, look at this. This is the super spinner. A spinner dolphin twirls through the air like a spiraling football. It can jump almost 10 feet in the air and spin up to 7 times. That is so cool. Think about that. One jump in the air, it can spin 7 times. Let's try it. Jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boop, back in. That's a lot of spins. It's like an acrobat. Here we have the easy breather. A dolphin spends most of its life holding its breath. The rheso dolphin can go for 30 minutes without coming up for air. That's a long time, a half of an hour. That would be like the whole time you're at specials holding your breath. That would be a long time, right? Yeah. Or the whole time you're at recess. That's a long time to hold your breath. Deepest diver. Whales and dolphins are very closely related. In fact, some animals we call whales really are dolphins. I did not know that. I'm going to read that again. Some animals we call whales really are dolphins, and they do kind of look like whales, right? Looks a little like a narwhal too. The long-finned pilot whale is a dolphin that can dive almost 2,000 feet. Wow, so this guy that has a name like a whale, he's called, what was his name again? The pilot whale. He's actually a dolphin. How cool is that? Oh, look at this. Do you know what this is? The most amazing dolphin of all is the orca. It's also known as a killer whale. So again, we have something that's called a whale, but it's also a dolphin. Did you know that? Quite interesting. Interesting fact. The orca wins almost every record-setting award in the dolphin category. He's the fastest. A killer whale can swim 7 times faster than an Olympic swimmer. Wow. He's the longest living. A killer whale can live up to 90 years. That's a long life. He's the biggest. The males can grow almost as long as a school bus. Wow, can you picture this killer whale, this orca, which is a dolphin, as big as your school bus? That's big. And he's also the hungriest. An orca eats everything from sea turtles and penguins to seals and sharks. Wow, he can eat sharks and seals and sea turtles. Wow. I like the title of the subtitle on this page. It's called Goofing Off. What do you think that means? Being silly, right? Dolphins spend a lot of time hunting for food, and they're always on the lookout for danger. But sometimes dolphins just want to have fun. Dolphins make up all kinds of games. Can you relate to this? Do you make up games? I'm sure. You get bored and you make up games. Dolphins do that. They're so smart. Playing catch. They toss seaweed into the air and try to catch it. Surfing. They ride along storm waves or waves breaking near the beach. I've done that at the beach, not during a storm, but I like to ride the waves. Do you? Yeah. And tag. Tag, you're it. Chase each other through the water. Do you play tag? I loved tag when I was a kid. My favorite was freeze tag or TV tag. That was my favorite. So dolphins are really silly and they like to play and goof off. Ooh, this page is called Dolphins and Humans. What do you think it's going to be about? The relationship between them? I think so too. Let's look. Dolphins are gentle, playful creatures. They are also very smart, which is why people and dolphins get along so well. It's interesting because on the last page, there were a lot of things that are similar about like kids and dolphins, right? Yeah. By learning about these friendly marine mammals, humans are helping to protect dolphins and the waters they live in. I love it. Look, it's almost like they're holding hands. Very sweet. And that's the end. But remember, I talked about the table of contents and the glossary. This would be like the glossary at the end where it gives you a picture card with the vocabulary word from the book. And we learned all these words in the book. Calf, equator, mammal, oxygen, predator, and prey. Pretty cool. So this is an informational book. It's full of facts, right? We learned lots of facts about dolphins. If you want to do something extra today, try to draw a dolphin. Maybe write some of the facts you learned. It's up to you. I love learning about dolphins. I'll see if I can find some more books about dolphins for us. Aw, thank you. They're shell. So one of Miss Wachter said she loves my earrings. So they're actually seashells. I was in a beachy kind of mood today. We were talking about dolphins. I'm waiting for the weather to get nice. Thank you. All right. Before we end this fun Friday, I want to remind my friends of something. Number one, today, a pizza delivery gets picked for a kindergartner at GLC school for who has done all their work. So you guys that have been sending me your work, I submitted your names to Mr. Villacrest. He's going to spin that wheel later on the video and tell you who's getting a pizza delivered to their house. Super exciting. All right. That's the first thing. The second thing is, all right, boys and girls, tell your moms if they're near you, say, Mom, excuse me for a minute. I need to talk to Miss Kavanaugh. So you can say, you can go in the other room. Mom, go ahead, get some more coffee. Go ahead. Are you ready? All right. So listen up. This Sunday is Mother's Day. Did you know that? Yeah. So today's Friday. So we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have a couple days away. It's Mother's Day. I hope you plan something special for your moms. Have you been thinking about it? Yeah. You can be like really good listeners. Maybe you can make your mom a card or a note. Okay. Maybe you can make her a special gift with some of the things you have at home. I know it's hard. We can't really go to the stores, but that's okay. Moms love when you make them things because it makes them feel like you thought about them. Tell them how you feel and how much you appreciate them. They'll be so happy. Okay. All right. You have it under control. If you need my help, call me. I'd love to help you. If you need help to make your moms feel really special, can you make their Mother's Day extra special? Promise me. Pinky promise? Pinky promise. All right. Awesome. You guys are the best. All right. I hope that you all have a great week. I'm so proud of you. I was blown away about my Raz readers this week. You know, I announced on Wednesday how many books you guys have been reading. Blown away. I'm super happy, super proud. I hope you have an awesome weekend and that you celebrate your moms. Okay. And if you need my help, send me a message or call me. I'll help you. I love you guys so much. I can't wait until we're back together again on Monday morning, 9 a.m. I'll see you then. Love you guys. Bye.